Are flights by Malaysian carriers safe?
FAA has downgraded by the CAAM to Category 2.
To Beijing via Pibos Alpha departure.
2517 taxi stand Alpha.
Standby.
Malaysia's Civil Aviation Authority no longer meets international safety standards.
Civil Aviation Authority of Malaysia's rating from Category 1 to Category 2.
Now before we start, you have to understand that there's 3 authorities involved. There's the Civil Aviation Authority of Malaysia, or CAAM, which licenses airlines in Malaysia. Then there's the Federal Aviation Administration, or FAA, which licenses airlines in the United States. There is the International Civil Aviation Organization, or ICAO, which sets worldwide standards. In November 2019, the US FAA downgraded Malaysia's air safety rating from a Category 1 to a Category 2. Now, according to the FAA, they did it because the CAAM fell short of safety standards set by the ICAO. But this doesn't mean that Malaysian carriers like MAS, AirAsia, and Malindo are unsafe. This is because the audit by the FAA covers areas such as legislation, oversight, delegation of authority, and adequacy of technical personnel employed by the CAAM, not the airlines. So in other words, it's not about the airlines, airports, or air traffic services here. It's about the governing body. Now furthermore, the ICAO recently audited CAAM and found them in compliance of all standards and legislation, which means that the FAA did this downgrade all by themselves, but the airlines licensed by CAAM are still paying the price. How many Malaysian flights to the US do we have right now? 1. AirAsia X flies from Kuala Lumpur to Honolulu in Hawaii via Osaka in Japan. Now that one will continue, but there are plans to add more, and this downgrade puts a damper on those. It's a real pain for our airlines, but what's being done? Well, CAAM are taking the assessment as a constructive chance to fix themselves.
I think Dr. Razali has gone through a very comprehensive review of what the root causes are. It has to do with the fact that we are still constrained a little bit via our relationship with the government because we're not a fully corporatized body. So the existing flights to Honolulu will continue. Unfortunately, they will not be able to add new capacity, or they cannot add a new destination in the US until we get out of Category 2 status.
That's a really positive stance, CAAM. So, to summarize, the US agency which licenses flights says Malaysia's agency which licenses flights isn't following standards set by the international agency which said Malaysia's agency is doing fine. Meanwhile, Malaysia's airline carriers who aren't really involved in any of this could be mistakenly labeled as unsafe when this isn't even about them. It's about the agency which oversees them, which is taking steps to do better anyway. Get it? Got it? Good. So if this helped you out, don't forget to throw us a like, give us a follow, or subscribe. I'm Ian. Thanks so much for watching.